day, beautiful people. I hope you all are doing well. Let me know if you can hear me. It is a nice and chilly day here in North Carolina. It is 47 degrees, and we actually got a little bit of snow in some areas a couple days ago, and I'm just not ready for it. I am not a cold weather girl. I need to be somewhere on a tropical island. I need to be somewhere where it's nice and warm and the sun is out all of the time. I love the sun. I prefer the heat any day. Um, but I know that there must be seasons and things have to come and go. That's just life. But I am tired of being nice. Over, I would say, the past couple years, for the most part, something's just switched in me because of having to deal with the people that I have had to deal with and I still deal with, and understanding that I don't bother anybody. I'm pretty nice to people. Sometimes I'm overly nice to the point where it's a detriment to myself. I have lost a lot being nice to people. I have lost a lot of self-respect and dignity being nice to people and trying to preserve their feelings. And I've really done myself a disservice by doing that. But I am in my tired of being nice season of life as I get older. I am 45 years old, and as you know, older people, they have no filter whatsoever, and now I see why. Because they have earned their stripes. They have seen what people are capable of. They have dealt with different attitudes and personalities. And to be honest with you, older people have no filter because they're just tired. They are tired. And and they just know. And they know how they want to be treated. They know how they want to live. And so they just say whatever needs to be said, and they, they let it roll off their shoulders and they keep it moving. But in talking about the fact that I am just tired of being nice to people, if you're in, say hello, how are you? I'd like to speak to whoever joins the live. You have to stop agreeing with things that are untruthful or hurtful. You know, we just have this automatic thing in us to when people are speaking to us or speaking over us, to automatically agree with what they're saying by saying, yeah, okay, I hear you, yeah, that's true. But subliminally, subconsciously, you're accepting whatever negative that person is saying to you, and you have to stop that in its tracks. You have to stop it. I had an aunt, and it wasn't because she's a mean person. She's never been mean to me. She's always been a very loving, great aunt. But I'm just speaking to the fact that you have to stop people in their tracks when they're speaking something over you and over your life, because that's a spiritual situation. That's a spiritual battle and fight. But I have my baby is a healthy baby because his dad's healthy. His dad is 6'3", 265 pounds. So he's a big baby. He's a big healthy baby. And she said something to the effect that, oh, the next time I see him, he'll be 300 pounds. I said, nope, I rebuke that. I don't accept that. You know, and I don't know how she took it, but I knew that I had to stop that in its tracks. As soon as it came out of her mouth, I had to accept it. I couldn't just say, oh yeah, yeah, you right. No, I'm not accepting anything crazy said about me, my family, anyone I love. I'm just not accepting it. And that's something we just have to get out of the habit of doing, just automatically accepting what's being said to us. All right. And I have also gotten to the point where I have started returning back to people what they're saying to me. If they're speaking anything negative, anything downgrading, if I'm sensing any type of jealousy or animosity towards me, guess what I do? I turn it right back into them. Whatever someone says to me that's negative, I turn it back to them. The days of turning the other cheek are over. In general, you can see it in the world. You can see that people are angry, and the days of turning the other cheek for me are over. I'm just tired of being nice to people who are not nice to me, that do not have good intentions towards me. Um, but yeah, even on this page, when people come on here speaking crazy, speaking negatively, I say it right back to them. I had someone say idiot on one of the comments, and I said, I am so sorry you're an idiot. I hope that you get over your ignorance. Okay, you have to learn how to turn things back on people. And it doesn't matter if it's family, if it doesn't matter if it's my family, if it's my friends, especially if it's enemies, um, if they're young or if they're old, you will not speak any type of negativity over my life. I'm just not accepting it. And another part of not being nice anymore is the fact that you can't stop speaking the truth. The truth hurts. And sometimes you just can't afford to be nice if it means that you have to ignore telling the truth, because that's the problem. That's the reason why a lot of us are in this situation today, is because we're so concerned about how people are going to think about us and people's feelings, that the truth gets brushed under the rug. And we just got to stop doing that and living in truth, so that we can truly start living the lives that we want and need to live. Hi, that girl Roxy. Hello, thank you for joining. Nicola Rubino. Hello, that girl Roxy. Joelle Taboo. Game over. Okay. Greeky Gecko. Till the camera a little bit down, half the screen is filled with the windshield of the car. Apologies. I tried to actually adjust that earlier, but yeah. It's my mechanism, it gets stuck sometimes. But yes, yeah, and I just don't accept any foolishness either. When people start talking crazy or sideways out of their mouth with sly comments and stuff like that, I shut it down, or I just get out of their presence, because I'm just not having it. So but yeah, no more turning the other cheek. People are angry, I'm angry. And James, I think it's James Baldwin, he has this quote, and it says, to be a black man in America is to live in a constant state of rage. And I totally understand exactly what he is saying. As a black person, as a female, double whammy, there's so much I see, and it's just not acceptable. A lot of people think that racism doesn't exist anymore. It's just become more covert. And even with that, and dealing with the powers that be, and dealing with the majority of this country, I'm just tired of being nice, and when I sense racism, and I hear it and I feel it, I may not address it full on. However, I do speak up for myself, and I just let people know, no, we're not having that today. I had a situation in Wells Fargo Bank a couple months ago when I went in there to get a notary service done. And I sat in there about 45 minutes, and I had my baby with me. So this white family came in after me. And there was also another black older lady in there, and her and I came in about the same time. So when the gentleman came out that was actually notarizing, he went to the white family first. And but the other black lady stood up first before I did. And she said, no, we were waiting here first. Why are you taking them back? And he still took them back and notarized their service. The family said, okay, would you like to go instead? I said, no, that's not your place. It's his place to see what the order was, so that he could serve the customers in order. Trust me, I made a big stink about that. I went all the way up to corporate about that, because people can't continue to get away with foolishness. Okay, we have to nip it in the bud, and we can't stop. Sometimes we'll stop, when things get too hard. But in order to address injustices, you have to take it all the way to the top. You can't stop fighting. You have to be relentless relentless, because we're not fighting just one person. We're fighting a whole system here. And I'm just tired of being nice. So another thing I think we should do is get back to cursing people. And I'm not talking about profanity. I'm talking about the type of cursing that King David did and people did in biblical times, where you start cursing people's lives and you start cursing people's family lineage and all that stuff. That's the type of cursing I'm talking about. Because hey, you know, they're doing it to us, so why can't you return the favor? And I believe that that's something I am I'm going to start doing. So those are some of the things that I wanted to address, because I'm tired of being nice. I'm just tired of being nice. I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being quiet. I'm tired of being told to shut up and sit down and listen. And I'm just tired, because people just think that you're ignorant. They look at you and they think that you don't know anything. They think you won't do anything. And we have to give them a reminder sometimes. So let's see. Hello, Shanatani. Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Eric. Beautiful hand. Okay. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. You're impressed by my vocabulary. Thank you. Your determination is impressive and intimidating. I get that a lot. I don't know what it is about my presence or my delivery is intimidating. And I think the fact that I'm a quiet person is intimidating. And I know that doesn't make sense, but when I open my mouth, it's like my words come out so forceful sometimes. I have heard that before. But it's never necessarily intentional, but I do try to do everything and say everything I'm saying with passion and a purpose. I try not to let anything that I'm saying be frivolous or just foolishness. I want everything that I do and say to have a meaning and a purpose, and to actually help to change somebody's life. Yep, I have gotten that in while I was dating. I'm married now. That I came off a bit strong and intimidating. And I think the reason for that is because I was raised by my father. Yes, I'm one of the few that can say I was raised by a single father. And my father was a Marine. He was in the Marines, and he just had a very strong presence. He was a silent but very strong presence in a disciplinary. But I knew my father loved us. So that was a kind of a weird, strange dynamic. But my sister and I were raised by our father, and we can be pretty rough on men, because we're always holding men to the same standard as our father. Absolutely great father. Great father. But yeah, I don't know if I intimidate my husband. Like I said, my husband has a very strong personality too, and that's what I had to marry. I couldn't marry someone that I could walk over. Not that I want to walk over anybody, but I had to marry someone not only bigger in stature, but a big presence as well, because that's just what I wanted and I needed. And I already knew that, because of the type of person that I am and how I was raised, that that's the type of man that I needed and wanted in my life. My husband is very intelligent. He's strong. He's very dominant presence. Like I said, he's 6'3" and I'm 5'4", so I'm definitely looking up. And his voice is very baseful, and when he says what he says, that's just it. But yeah, I wouldn't want to walk all over you, Eric. I don't want to walk over any man, to be honest, because that wouldn't make him a man. But yeah, that's just a little bit about the fact that I'm tired of being nice to people, especially people that aren't nice to me. Let me know what you all think. What has been some of your methods of dealing with people who aren't nice? And I want to thank you all for watching, and you be blessed.